Welcome back to our channel where we tell you what we would do differently if we were the creators of TV shows and movies. And today we will be taking a look at The Purge. The movie starts off with James leaving his work before The Purge begins. We learned that James is the maker of the security system that everyone in his neighborhood uses. And after James gets home, he has a conversation with his neighbors where we get to see their different point of views and how James, in my version, is against it, and the neighbor, just like in the original, are all for the purge and support it. Then James gets invited to this purge party with his family, but they decline the offer. Well, he does, but they all did not want to go, as he already knew. We then get introduced to his family and their point of view of the purge, and we get to see how most of them are neutral to the purge, but Charlie, their son, is against the purge. Like, he's pretty much against it, but he's still in that neutral range. And then the rest are somewhere in the middle of that. After we meet the family, then we learn that Zoe's boyfriend, Henry, actually snuck in, and we get a conversation between Zoe and him before he leaves so he can get home before the purge. But there will be a conflict because he is for the purge, so that will be a conflict later on in the film. We then see the family getting ready for lockup, quickly eating dinner, and we get to see their relationship and how it is at that point. And then we see them lock up the house. James finishes up some paperwork as the purge begins. We will then see the family do random things. We will learn about Charlie's secret room that he has. A lot of it can probably be the same, them just chilling out as the purge is going on outside. We then learn that James did not leave, and he wants to talk to Zoe's dad to try to resolve the situation and convince him that he is right for Zoe. But in my version, he's not going to try to kill James. I thought that was stupid when I originally saw the film, because Zoe's not going to want to be with him after he kills her dad. So he's not going to try to kill James. We see him walk down the stairs and try to talk to James, but James, since, he knows it's the purge, he's a bit cautious about what his intentions are. James says that he simply just wants to talk to him about his daughter and why he's actually good for her. But they get interrupted when the security system goes off, and we learn, just like in the actual film, this is because Charlie tried to help a homeless guy that was injured and yelling for help. And then we get somewhat of a confrontation, but they get interrupted when Charlie sees that there's these purgers coming toward the house, and the homeless man takes the opportunity and leaves as they're distracted. Everything will play out the same with James talking to the leader, and the leader saying that they need to hand over the homeless man or they will all die. And then we have Henry and James look for the stranger. Everything will play out the same with the homeless man having a gun to Zoe's head. The only change, of course, is that Henry is there, and James will pretty much be trying to convince him, like, hey, it's going to be okay, trying to bring his guard down. And after he does, Henry will punch him, knock him to the floor, and then there'll be a struggle with James' wife helping, just like she does in the actual film, before they ties him up. We will see the whole family's point of view about the situation, how they all, of course, don't want to die, but they don't want to have this man blood technically be on their hands, and they just think it's wrong. But James says it's the only way, and he starts taking him downstairs, and the homeless man says that he is doing what he believes to be right and that it is okay. We then have the homeless man say it's okay and he's just doing what he thinks is right for his family. And James will think back to what his family said, and it will end with James decided not to kill him pretty much by handing him over. And he told the rest of the family that they are going to fight, like, to protect this homeless man. But that caused an issue with Henry, who he says that, like, they have to hand him over. But James says, if you want to date my daughter, then you will do what I say. James would send Charlie, Henry, and Zoe down to the basement as James, his wife, and the homeless man will choose to get ready to fight. James informs them that it is too late and that they are all going to die. James and the others get behind cover and wait to attack the Purgers as they start to break in. The Purgers breaks in and start looking around the house for the family and the homeless man. James waits for one to walk into the room he's in before sneakily killing him by snapping his neck as the others goes upstairs. The homeless man will take out the other one upstairs before they go upstairs to find the others. One of the Purgers sees them come up the stairs and almost shoots him, but the homeless man is able to shoot him first, and they have to run into another room. Unaware to the others, one of the Purgers went downstairs to search down there and almost catches Charlie and Zoe, but Henry quickly kills them, and they decide to go upstairs to help the others. Upstairs, the main Purger runs to where the gunfire was, but they are all gone, and he tells the rest to search in this area. They all search around that area, and one almost catches the homeless man, but James is quickly able to attack him, and his wife kills him. The ones from the basement heads upstairs looking for the other, only to be caught by the Purgers, but James is able to shoot him with the gun that he still has in my version, but it was only for protection during the Purge. James hears the gunfire and run out to see his family and Henry, so he grabs them and they all start to run as the Purgers runs out. But one shoots Henry in the leg, forcing him to fall, but James is able to quickly shoot him and tells the rest to go as he helps Henry. Charlie shows the rest of them to his secret room. Henry quickly shoots one of the purgers before they quickly get into another room right before a purger comes out and start to look for him. James tried to see a clear way for them to all make it to his family, but a purger quickly attacks him, but he's able to kill him with an axe that the purger had. James tells him to go and that he'll be fine. James sneaks out to find his family and is able to take out a few more purgers with him. Charlie would sneak out and go to the security room and sees that the neighbors are there and taking out few of the purgers that was outside. James will get attacked by the leader and get stabbed in the shoulder, but will quickly kick him off of him before running into the other room. James would find Charlie and he would tell him about the neighbors and lead him back to the rest of the family. They would get caught by the leader, and Henry, who was now with them, would get shot before the neighbors would open fire on him, killing the leader. And then the rest of the film would be the same, except for James would help the homeless man attack the neighbors. And then we would still get the scene where the wife is like, no more killing tonight. And James will tell the homeless man that he'll always have a place to stay there before leaving. And that's where the movie would end. Let me know what I should cover next time. And hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.